Hey everybody, it's Cubesies here. I can't wait to get started with this YouTube series. We're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate 3. This game is a game that I'm decently familiar with, though I'm sure there will be many funny moments, mistakes, and choices along the way. These videos will be edited VODs from my stream. If you're interested in catching me live or being involved in decision making, laughs, triumphs, or inevitable failures, please feel free to join us over at twitch.tv/cubesies. There will be a link to my schedule in the description below. We'd love to see everybody there. So, without any further ado, let's get on with episode 1, character creation and escaping the Nautiloid. So, I know a lot of you guys don't know much about BG3, but we're just going to dive right on in. We're going to play on Tactician. So these are the difficulty settings. There's Explorer, Balanced, Tactician, and Honor Mode now. Honor Mode is hardcore. So if you team wipe, you're just dead. Like, it's over. Your save is done. So we're not playing that. But we'll play on the hardest difficulty other than Honor Mode. We'll play on Tactician for this playthrough. I'm pretty sure. Jamie's excited for Friday. Did you buy one, Drag? Oh, 40 did? Damn. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. It's so makes my skin crawl. That looks painful? It does. It does. Anything eye related it just makes my skin crawl. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Who are you?
Alright. We don't need to reset tutorials because we know how to play. Alright! And thus begins character creation. So, I will take suggestions, but, if you want anything to, if you want to make any full-on choices, my brothers told me to make it a bits or a gifted sub or something like that. So, the Dark Urge is cool. So, the Dark Urge, it gives a little description of it. So, you remember nothing but the path paved with blood. Unimaginable cruelty whispers to you from within. Can you escape it? Would you even want to? So, the Dark Urge is basically... So, the story behind the game, right, is that all these people and whatever character I make were on that ship together, right? And we all got a worm put in our heads, and many others as well. And the whole game is trying to figure out, what that is all about and why and how to get it out and stuff like that. And the Dark Urge is you play where you have less control over that entity in your head. It's pretty cool. I'm sorry to hear that, Jamie. I don't think I want to play the Dark Urge. I don't know. Let's start with class for sure. Let's start with class. Think about what we want to play here. All right. So, these are the classes. They're relatively self-explanatory. They're much akin to most like fantasy video games. Sorcerer and Wizard are different. Yes, they are in this game. They are in this game. They're not super different, but they're decently so. They're decently so. My oldest brother plays a sorcerer in our playthrough. My Saint plays a paladin on our playthrough. Xander plays a ranger in our playthrough, and I play a bard. What's a druid? So a druid is a magic user that uses like nature and nature and the trees and forest and that kind of magic. They can also shapeshift. They can also shapeshift into other animals, which is pretty cool. And then, obviously you've got cleric, which is like the healer of the game, right? Paladin, kind of tank and heal, sort of very, very archetypical paladin. Bard is like the true support. It can pick up a lot of healing, but it also has a lot of other abilities that like control enemies and stuff like that. And then everything else is pretty much the same. So like much like other video games, barbarians, just very hack and slash warrior kind of person. Fighters are more like still melee combat. They can do a little bit of ranged, and they're a little bit more like tactical with it than barbarians. Monks are much the same way, except they do unarmed strikes, which is cool. So no weapons or anything like that. Just classic fisticuffs. Ranger, obviously, bows, the normal kind of stuff. You vote monk? Monk should be interesting. Could be interesting. Rogue, classic. Everybody knows what a rogue is and how they work. Warlock. Warlock is kind of like the spell sword of this game. So like they have a little bit of, they do, you know, they have magic and spell casting, but they also have like, they also have the ability to use like melee weapons and things like that. It's kind of a cool hybrid. And then the sorcerer and the wizard are raw spellcasters. They do a couple things a little differently. So the sorcerer, I think, to my knowledge, because I don't know much about the differences, the sorcerer is a little bit more adept at casting all different kinds of spells, and the wizard is more like focused. Oh, it says it right here too. Specializing in an individual school of magic. So that's kind of the difference between sorcerer and wizard. So you guys vote monk or druid. I've played a bard. I've played a little bit of rogue. And my bard is 10 levels of bard, 1 level of cleric, and 1 level of wizard, because you can multi-class in this game. Is there an objectively best fighting class? There isn't really an objectively best anything in this game. A lot of stuff is viable. A lot of classes are viable and work. So, but yeah. You guys want monk? The drag class? Lol. I wouldn't be against monk per se. It's certainly a unique choice. I'm interested in warlock as well. Monk or druid? Or both. A druid monk? That sounds really funny, actually. I'm trying to decide. Alright, so Monk has Flurry of Blows, which looks like a pretty decent bonus action attack, which is nice. They have key points, and then Unarmed Defense. While not wearing armor, you add your Wisdom modifier to your armor class. That's cool. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed strikes scale with your dexterity instead of your strength, if your dex is higher. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed strikes deal 1 forward bludgeoning damage, unless their normal damage is higher. And then, after making an attack with a monk weapon or while unarmed, you make another unarmed attack as a bonus action. That sounds pretty fun. Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share a deep kinship with animals. Mastery of wild shape allows them to transform into beasts from all over the realms. A drunk? A drunk bard. Well, let's go for monk. Let's start with monk, I think. We'll go for monk. All right. Then these are the races. So let's think about what we want to be. So you have your elf, right? That is in many games. Obviously there are sub races, high elves and wood elves, kind of like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim and stuff like that. What's the equivalent to the Irish? Ooh, I don't know. You have tieflings. Everything has sub races. We can look into those as we go on. You've got drow. Which are like dark elves. Humans. We're not playing a human. I don't play humans in anything. Githyanki. They're almost like, they remind me of the Argonians in like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls games. You got dwarves. You have half elves. Half elf, half human. You have halflings, hobbits, Lord of the Rings. Let's go. My bard in my main playthrough is a halfling. You got gnomes. You have dragonborn, which are cool. I'm really interested in playing a dragonborn, maybe. And then you have half orcs as well. Where my fairy race at? Dragonborn monk goes hard. It does kind of go hard. It does kind of go hard. I will do a dragonborn. A proud race that values clan and skills above all else. Once enslaved by dragons, they strive to be self-sufficient, not wanting to be beholden to anyone, not even the gods. And then with Dragonborn, we get to pick our sub-race as well. So we get to pick what clan of dragon we're under. So it's black, blue, brass, bronze, copper, gold, green, red, silver, or white. And they all do something a little different, right? So the black dragons have acid breath, and they're resistant to acid. Blue has lightning breath, and they're resistant to lightning. Brass is fire. Bronze looks like it's also lightning. Interesting. Copper's another acid. Gold, another fire. Green, another... Oh, it's poison. Green is poison. That's pretty sick. Red, fire. Silver is frost breath, and white is also frost breath. I don't know. I'm particularly interested in frost, I think, but poison sounds kind of cool too. I don't know, fire seems lame. Still picking your class? No, we've picked our class. We're gonna play a monk, and now we're picking our race. Black is acid, which sounds pretty cool. What was the other acid one? Copper. So it's black and copper. So that's acid. This is ice. Fire. 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 And then lightning, lightning, and then poison. And I don't think I think we can customize it so that, like, I don't think we have, like, if we choose the black, I don't know that we have to be a black dragonborn, but we can customize. Green is the poison wyvern from Ark. So true. Hey, welcome in, Kyle. How you doing? Also, welcome, Glow. I'm interested in Frost Breath, I think. The question is, do we go silver or do we go white? Obviously, a lot of the cosmetics are customizable. Despite no interested links to the mighty creatures, these dragonborns share the snowy aspect of frosty breath with white dragons. Despite no interested links to the mighty creatures, these dragonborns share the glinting shine and scorching cold breath of silver dragons. You guys think silver? All right, we'll go silver. We'll go silver. It looks pretty sick, actually, I must say. All right, so we've got our race, we've got our sub-race, we've got our class. Now we get to choose a background. So we can either be an acolyte, a charlatan, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan, noble, outlander, sage, soldier, or urchin. So these just affect your skill bonuses, right? So the acolyte has a skill bonus on insight checks and religion checks. The charlatan is deception and sleight of hand. The criminal is deception and stealth. The entertainer is acrobatics and performance. Folk hero, animal handling and survival. The guild artisan is insight and persuasion. The noble is history and persuasion. Outlander is athletics and survival. And then sage is arcana and history. Soldier is athletics and intimidation. And the urchin is sleight of hand and stealth. So I would say, you know, since it looks like we want to be a dexterity character, this is just the normal, this is the recommended stat layout, and we'll get to change that in a second. But it looks like we're a dexterity/wisdom character. We might want to boost our athletics a little bit, maybe, which is a dexterity skill. But as is stealth and sleight of hand. Stealth and sleight of hand might be fun. Maybe we can do an urchin. Let's do it. Let's do it. That sounds fun. You think criminal, deception, and stealth? I think stealth and sleight of hand is going to be better. I'm a dragonborn, Kyle. That's why. Welcome in, War Demon. Welcome in. I start streaming at the same time every day. If you were at the store, it's why did you go to the store when I start streaming? Alright. I don't know too much about the monk stat layout. So I think we're just going to go recommended. And then I think we'll keep these as well. Athletics and acrobatics, I think we'll keep the same. So then, all that's left to do is just edit our appearance. I think I'll be a male. Why not? We'll be a male.
Where to next?
That's not right.
What was...
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Health.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's open. More of those red...
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can...
Where to next?
What the hells? Something just woke up down here.
We'll go 7. We'll go 7. Monks are wise, so intelligence. So, there's... the monk is very different than, like, an archetypical monk you might think about in this like in this game in Dungeons and Dragons. It's less, it's more of a dexterous unarmed fighter than like a priestly person. All right. There's not too many choices for face options. Zoom in. That one's dumb. We don't like number 2. We don't like number 2 at all. Number 3 goes hard. Number 4 goes even harder, though. I think it's number 4 for sure. I think it's number 4 for sure. The crest shape. Don't like 4. And I don't like 3. That's pretty cool. That's dumb. Also dumb. What am I, a fucking seahorse? You know how Drag feels about seahorses. That's okay. It's not my favorite. That's pretty cool. I think I'm much more aligned with, like... I think I like number 1 the most. The 9th is good. This one? Yeah, that one is pretty cool. You like 2? Number 2's not bad. Number 2's not bad. All we can really be sure of is that 6 and 7 suck. Grows a lightning wyvern, so true. 2 is just a little too narrow for my taste. 2 is a little bit too narrow. So I would be 9 or 1, I think. That's a little too short. 6 is awful. Facts. It's just, it's not good. It's not good. Ew, 6. So good. Let's go 9. Let's go 9. I think that's the coolest. It's pretty cool. Chins? We gotta have spikes on the chins. Like, come on. The question is... Huh. It's not much of a change. I like the double spike. The double spike looks good. Really, it's going to be in conjunction with these choices. Oh, that's kind of sick, actually. I just wonder if that would look better. I don't know. I kind of like that jawline crest. That's pretty sick. See, that looks like he's got something wrong with him. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. Very spiky. I kind of like that. I'm going with that. 2 or 4 for me on this section. 4's not bad. Kind of like 12. I'm going with 12. Alright, do we like the silver? Because we can do any color we want. Like, we could be purple. We could be dark red. Could be orange. Well, that looks pretty sick, actually. I really like that. This is Baldur's Gate, Kyle. Red for the cubes? It does feel like we should be red. I don't know. But then we should have chosen a red dragon. We should be able to change the highlight color as well, so. We might stick with the silver. The very light silver. That fourth one's more on the blue side. So is that. But what we can do, I kind of like the light silver. And we won't look at that last option. I kind of like that. Doesn't look like we can change the highlight color, which is unfortunate. But that's okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Do we need piercings? I don't think so. I don't think so. Where do they even go? I don't see anything. Yeah, we're just gonna go none. I don't know. I'm assuming they're somewhere. Alright. I mean, we gotta go heterochromia, right? Why not? 2 different eye colors? Yes. Yes. 2 separate eye colors. I like that cyan. It's pretty sick. Kind of like it with the purple, too. We're doing it. No idea where the piercings were, Radu. No idea. Just makeup, too. I think we're good without. I think we're good without. We get tail options? Do we want a tail? I didn't know Dragonborns had tail options. Two is sick. Tail looks kind of goofy. I kind of like it. 3 is too thick. So it's either 2 or 1, and I think the obvious option is 2. I think the obvious option is 2. All right. We're ready to proceed. I mean, do we just go cubesies? Or do we want to come up with a monk name? Oh. Zenyatta from Overwatch. We could do Zenyatta. That's not a bad idea. Is it just 1 T? Is it just 1? I think it's with 2 T's. We could do Zenyatta. That's a nice shout out to Overwatch. All right. Here we go. Now we have to choose a guardian. We'll probably just do a preset or something. Your guardian can't be a dragonborn? Oh, yeah, it can't be the same race as you, I think. We're gonna do an elf. Why not a dwarf? I mean, we can do a dwarf if you want. I'm down with that. We can do a dwarf. We'll make it a male. This guy's adorable. He's like dwarven Santa Claus. I'm not gonna get into too much customization with this. We'll just take what we can get. That's Santa. It kinda is. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. Alright, we're going. $60 streams straight, Kyle. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for contribution to the goal. I did not ignore it, Radu. I must have missed it. Thank you as well, Radu. I would never ignore a 60 stream streak. '60s crazy. It really is. It really, really is. These are dragons, not wyverns. Flying Tuso? Basically, yeah. Give me a dragon like that, IRL. Facts. The UK ain't prepared for that. All right, so that's the intro, right? Me and these other people get these worms put into our brains, and then there's Githyanki on dragons chasing this ship down for reasons that we're not quite sure of yet. Alright. So this is Baldur's Gate. So this ship is crashed. Our quest is to escape the Nautiloid. So wait.
Dead.
W.
Good.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Reach towards the pool. We have a -1 on investigation checks because our intelligence is so low. So, we're gonna reach towards the pool, why not? It exploded. Okay.
I feel better.
Goblin has gold on him.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind. A 1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
This game would be a million times better in your opinion if you just controlled your character normally. I disagree. It's funny. That makes sense though. I think there's a lot of people that would feel that way.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
We're obviously gonna go for a dexterity check here. Gently prise the brain from the skull. Gotta give this a shot. So, this is rolling in Baldur's Gate. So, this is the number you have to beat, the DC, the difficulty class. This is the 20-sided die we're gonna roll, and then down here are where any total bonuses that we have are. So, because our dexterity is so high, we get a straight up +3. So, all we have to do is roll a 7. We didn't. That's sad. When you successfully pull the brain, it you get a little brain companion for a while. It's pretty fun. Nothing.
The brain won't budge.
It's tough scenes. We're just gonna leave it. That's unfortunate. It's fun to have the little brain companion. It's called an intellect devourer. We'll see some in a little bits that are our enemies, but we get, if you successfully pull the brain there, you get one that's your friend, and it's adorable. Its name is Us. So everything in this game works on a dice roll system, right? So it's all a random number generator.
Abomination. This is your end.
Chill out, Lae'zel.
Your head
Jeez.
throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day.
Hey, see you, Gale. Thanks for lurking, man. I appreciate it.
Survive. Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the hell.
Why is she overreacting so much? Jeez. It's just Lae'zel. She's a bit overdramatic.
The material plane.
But she's our first ally, and this is our first combat, which is exciting. So combat in Baldur's Gate is turn-based. So up top is our initiative tracker, right? So at the beginning of every combat, a dice is rolled to determine initiative. And initiative is the order in which you go. So we and Lae'zel have higher initiative than all three of these imps. So for this combat, it's our job to kill these guys. Down in our bars are just some actions we can take. We can jump, we can hide, we can throw objects, we can dash, we can disengage, we can dip our weapons in different materials, we can shove things, we can make it improvised melee weapons, we can help our downed allies, and then we have our attacks, right? We've got our main hand attack, we've got a, looks like a leg sweep almost, like a topple, and you have a chance to knock them prone. And then we have our racial ice breath, and then we have flurry of blows as well as a bonus action. But that flurry of blows takes our key points up here. So for one key point, we could do this ability, right? Everything in Baldur's Gate works around this green circle and this orange triangle. This is an action and a bonus action, right? So right now in our playthrough, we have one action and one bonus action. Certain classes will change over time and get more, or turn other resources into, like, some people get spell slots, some people get more actions and things like that. Right now we're just level 1 and we have one action and one bonus action. So if you'll notice, when you hover something, this is an action. To topple is an action. To let's see here. Well, there's got to be another. To jump is a bonus action, right? So if we wanted to jump somewhere, that would take our orange triangle away, our bonus action. And if we wanted to topple something, that would take our full action away. And every turn we only have those two things to utilize, right? This over here is still a bonus action. So I think we'll just main hand attack this guy.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
We missed. We'll try to flurry him as well. Why not? W. And every turn as a Dragonborn, we have 30 feet of movement, pretty sure. And so it took me a certain amount of movement to get to that imp, and now I have this amount of movement left at the end of my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move just towards the next imp. But that's it. So our action and our bonus action are gone. We used Flurry of Blows, so we used one of our key points, which we get them back on a short rest. And then at the end of our turn, we can either hit end turn or spacebar. And so now our character, Zenyatta, has an hourglass on him, so he's done with his turn. So now it's Lae'zel's turn, our first ally. She's a fighter, I'm pretty sure. And so she's got a few more options. She's got quite a few of we all have these same options, these ones that aren't like colored. Every character has those options. But she has more attack. So she's got a bonus action pommel strike, striking with the butt of the sword to try to daze enemies. She's got a rush attack where she charges forward, possibly pushing them off balance. She can shoot a bow. She can hamstring with the bow, reduce their movement speed by 50%. She can lacerate with her sword, which gives them a bleed over time. And then she has just her normal main hand attack. And then it looks like she's got an ability called Second Wind to heal herself, which is cool. So I think we're gonna go chill for main hand attacks here. Bonk. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did. Just move a little bit closer to that imp and call it good. So the imp missed. Just gonna go for a main hand attack again. Boom. And that's the end of combat. That's our first combat. Which is pretty cool. After every combat, we can we loot things. We can find items, find gold, find all sorts of different things, which eventually we can sell. An incinerated mind flayer has a health potion on him. That's nice. And a void bulb. It's kind of like a black hole almost. Like if you throw it into a location, has the chance to pull things, which is kind of cool. Just gonna take everything. Another health potion, W. Health potions are kind of hard to come by sometimes. My brothers and I in our playthrough have a lot stacked up, but it's been a while. So that was a great combat. We didn't take any damage. The one attack that the imp got off, he missed us with. So I just want to check. Yeah, I didn't think these robes would be a better armor class, but definitely wanted to check. Is there a max amount you can carry? There is. So at the bottom of this window, this is our weight, right? So I'm encumbered. I'll be encumbered at this white bar. I won't be able to move at the end of this yellow bar right here, right? So I can carry all the way up to here and move freely. I can carry all the way up to here and move slowly, and then I can't move once I'm beyond that bar. But as far as slots go, no. The slots are like infinite. But it's just all about the weight that they add on. So, there hasn't been a lot of, like, intricate conversation yet. But the conversation does, like, it does pick up where we can... Oh boy, I clicked a button and released these two combats. These sacrifice cultists. Here we go again. Sometimes the game thinks I don't have enough movement. Thunk. I should have gone for the further one with Zenyatta because Lae'zel's probably not going to be able to make it to this one. But we'll give it a shot. I don't think she'll be able to make it, but we'll try to jump and gain as much as we can. She's very close. That sucks. But she can shoot a bow, so that's cool. Maybe we'll hamstring them. I'm back, and how's this going? It's going well, Jamie. It's going good. We're in our second combat of the game. Ooh, we lined up for an acid splash. Tough scenes. Boom. You just installed Paladins? I don't know what that is.
One day I'll catch a break.
Alright, we're gonna go heal over here. These Mind Flayer ships have these like restoration things on it, which is kind of cool.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
We want to help. We want to help her. I want to play decently good this playthrough.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first. But then you spy an empty socket.
Lae'zel has an L personality. True. We don't like Lae'zel too much. I'm gonna be honest.
The console remains dormant.
But we take the allies we can get, right? We take the allies we can get. There's an intellect devour. Hey, buddy. Those are those intellect devours that I was talking about. That's locked. Can we pick this? Oh, we probably don't have any. Yeah, we don't have any thieves' tools yet.
Brain in a jar.
Ah. Lae'zel is my ally over here. This Githyanki fighter that we have with us. She's not the nicest person. We have a key.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
I wonder if there's any way to get her out. I'm curious about this.
This meter one of those controls next to the pod.
Been there, Jamie. Been there. That's tough scenes. Let's release Shadowheart.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Our Arcana is gonna be pretty bad. Fuck it. We're just gonna go for it.
You feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
You're gonna hear the word authority from this narrator quite a bit. Quite a bit. So we can't fail this check since it's a DC 2 and we have a +2 to wisdom. The only way we could fail would be rolling a 1, which is an anti-critical.
You feel the
Or a critical
biomechanical
miss.
brain of the console process
Whereas
your
rolling a
command.
20 is a critical success. You roll a 20, you just succeed.
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
Are the narrator voice lines coming through okay, guys? Cool.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts.
She is a parasite as
Gratitude
well.
is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Little racist? Weird?
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. They'll have to wait. I need to get off this ship alive first. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment.
Hey, see you, Jamie. Catch you some other time.
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Boom! Second ally, Shadowheart. And now I think we can open this. Oh, it is. Doesn't look like we need a heal or anything.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
So much squabbling between these two. Shadowheart and Lae'zel just can't get along. Oh boy. Got some big baddies. Mind flayers are kind of crazy.
Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Alright. Dude, my initiative goes crazy. Really fast.
Time for some bloody work.
What? I want to use those, but at least then we'll finish that guy off. Loot. Nothing. I don't usually loot during combat, but I've never taken the chance to loot all these things. Right, next up is Commander Zulk. We got stunned. It's crazy. Shadowheart. We missed. I always miss Guiding Bolt. It's unfortunate.
I am fury. I am death.
Ah, if we had gotten a good roll on that, he might have died.
My path be true.
Just move right on by with Lae'zel. So, if you notice, we obviously need to get through here, right? We need to get all the way to the end of this hallway in this 15-turn timeline over here, which shouldn't be too difficult to do. It's relatively easy. I don't think we're not designed to fail this per se. But man, I am interested in killing this guy. It would be fun to try. I've heard people have done it, but I don't know how. Getting stunned by him was huge. But it doesn't particularly matter. We might just move as far as we can with Shadowheart. And we'll firebolt this guy. Ah, I only did 2. But that's okay.
I am fury. I am death.
At least that will clean him up.
You bow, or you break.
Boom. Okay. It's the end of our turn. So this turn we're gonna use our action to dash because there's no enemies really in sight. So dashing doubles our move distance. So that's kind of cool.
Have to keep going.
Ooh, we made it. This game looks cool. Dude, it is cool.
Hurry!
This game is
before they
wonderful.
strike.
It's a fantastic game. It's also reasonably chill. Like, it's not like super high intensity or anything like that. Damn. This Mind Flayer's getting owned. We're gonna do the same thing with Shadowheart. We're gonna dash as well.
On the move.
Just move as far as we can.
Strike.
Lae'zel, we're just gonna move since she's already kind of caught up with them, and then we're gonna take some shots at these imps. Ah.
This shit hits the ground, we're dead.
All right. Just a good old,
Take me on.
good old thump. I think I have any movement left, so I'm just gonna loot a little bit. There's an imp under here that there it is. I was like, why can't I loot this guy? Another Mind Flayer. We'll take those. Alright, Shadowheart. I might move up and... Nice.
Victory awaits.
Lae'zel. See if we can buy a little bit of movement with a jump here.
Let my name be.
So, everything's looking good.
Try me.
Do I care about killing this imp?
Best be on my way.
Probably kill it. We got time. We got 11 turns. Classic Shadowheart, just missing, you know. Boom. Dunzo. Hello? There we go. And our turns, and then Zenyatta's there, ready to take control of the transponder.
The Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
Flying through space here. Getting away from the dragon seems good though.